just finished my qualifying round, and they're asking me how it was, and it was really bad for the competition. Well, I don't know yet.
It's more realistic, definitely.
And it's well organized. I feel safe.
So different from an actual car.
It's nice to have this experience, and Toyota gave us opportunity to still have this kind of engagement even though amidst what's happening.
You know, it's a different way of experiencing the Supra.
But at the end of the day, it gave me a better understanding of how to race online.
It's very entertaining, it's very fun, especially during these times.
Philippines for hosting this eSport event.
It was definitely an exciting race for me.
Also, a little bit of pressure because I know some of the guys and I know they play Gran Turismo as much as I do.
I am going for it. I am going to do my practicing.
I died many times, but I enjoyed a lot.
Okay, welcome back. This is the GR Supra GD Cup Asia Philippines, wherein the media and the influencer class races followed a time attack format wherein racers like us had to put in our best times in 6 laps. And due to the strict social distancing protocols, each racer had a specific time slot for him or her to race in a secured venue.
Actually, that's true, Apple. I remember it like it was yesterday, you know? Just walking in, I super felt like a professional. It's crazy because I don't know what a professional feels like, but I felt like a professional at that time. It was also very safe for everyone. You know, we were put in the same schedule, and then followed by another 2, and then another 2, and then another 2 after that. And man, the amount of checks that we had to go through before we actually got the race was crazy, but necessary. And it's nice to know that, you know, Toyota has our back when it comes to safety, just like they do, I guess, with their cars, right? So before we start the races, we will be giving away GR merchandise to our supporters. Just submit in the comment section, I'm part of Team Gino. That's all.
Apple.
No. Just stick to Team Gino, and that's the only way you end up winning. If you put Team Apple, instant lose. You will not get merchandise.
Don't underestimate the underdogs.
But of course, outside of, you know, myself and Apple, there's also Team John, Erica, Krisha, Angelique, Nico, or Riff. During the influencer class race, and you know, we'll randomly pick one supporter for each racer and give you a prize. But since they're not here, Apple, I have a proposition. We can actually just tell everyone to vote for either Team Gino or Team Apple. Because it's not like John or Erica or Krisha or Angelique or Nico or Riff can say something about it. Right? Exactly. So you know what to do. Team Gino or Team Apple?
Team Gino or Team Apple. And just so you know, and if you heard all those names, that means we will be having a total of 8 winners. So more chances of winning, guys. And Gino, I think we said a lot already. I know you're excited. I am too. Our viewers are definitely looking forward to see the races. So let's.
All right, so it's time for our media class rounds. You know, we've got a plethora of people from the media joining us today, Apple, and it's going to be amazing. We have media participants from the Philippine Business and News, Modern Creatures, Discover Manila, Go Flat Out, Philippine Daily Inquirer, Zig Wheels, Monster Chronicles, Auto Industria, Manila Bulletin, Visor, Top Gear Philippines, Philstar Global, James Deacon, and Auto Deal.
Yes, that's right, Gino. And of course, I would just like to mention a couple of racer names to watch out for. Names like James Deacon, of course.
Yeah, I mean, for James Deacon, you watch out for him. Because even if he doesn't drive well, he's a treat for your eyes. So you just watch out for him, you know.
If you can only hear him while he races.
I know. advocating safety. Miko David is also there. Jose Luis Altoveros, of course, he was actually the winner of the media class in the Toyota Vios Autocross Challenge last year, so it's not his first time to race. We also have Sherwin Chualim, who is actually an executive of Toyota Motor Philippines. And speaking of Toyota Motor Philippines, Apple, we have Atsuhiro Okamoto-san, who is actually the Toyota Motor Philippines president, racing alongside all of our media participants today.
And let's see, Gina, how this race goes. Who will advance to the next round? The defending champions, probably confident going to this race, but you can see here Milo Severo having problems.
James Deacon is already celebrating. I saw him fist bumping just now. Not entirely sure what he's celebrating just yet. Oh, it's because he just finished the race. But as you can see, we've got Edward Sohua already advancing to the next stage. Juan Miguel Solidum as well. Now, the winner of the media class will actually compete with the winner of the influencers class, which is Ref Bangsil.
Right, yes. So, but before we get into that, let us see the people who competed, and I mean people who advanced to this round. We have Edward Sokua, Leandre Grecia, Jose Altaveros, Nico David, Richard Rosario, and Nico Roses, Juan Miguel Solidum, and Jose Derequito. We are down to 8.
That's right. So you can see a lot of them. I would sense that a lot of them are pretty comfortable where they are. Leandre Grecia, though, just kind of going off track a little bit, might be having some trouble adjusting, because I mean, you know, these guys are, majority of them are car guys, you know, but the track, then you can let it rip. You can you know, step on it, and that way, like, you won't spin out over and over again. At least that's what I noticed. Watching everyone now, let's see, in Igoro, there, Jose Altoveros is actually advanced to the next stage. So has Miko David. There you go. We've got some pretty solid drivers so far. Edward Sokua also advancing into the final. I believe this is the final
for the media
race
class
already for the media class. We've got Edward Sokua, Jose Derequito, Jose Altoveros, and Miko David. Now, as we mentioned earlier, Jose Altoveros is one of the people to watch out for, but so is Miko David.
Yes.
Yeah, let's check out Jose Altoveros driving now. He seems to really know what he's doing. He's got his racing lines down pat. He knows exactly when he needs to downshift. Look at that beautiful curve, using as much of the track as he possibly can, just to get as many straight lines as he can possibly get out of it.
A huge difference now watching our race. Well, not including you and Ref, because you look like a pro, but very smooth.
Sabi nga nila, if you can't perform, support. I mean, at least mukha tayong maayos. Yan ang importante.
I'm actually learning. Watching them, I'm learning.
Yeah, you know, that's the beauty of you know, I believe esports or motorsports in general. I mean, obviously, motorsports is a relatively expensive thing to get into, and not everybody can, you know, afford to be able to put up their own race car or, you know, put up their own racing team.
Yeah.
But at least with esports, you know, it's a little bit more attainable, and so everybody has a bigger shot at it. And I've actually heard of motorsports racers who have transitioned into becoming, you know, pro racers as well, and it has happened before. But obviously, there is still a bit of a difference there, and I'm sure that if you speak to a professional esports racer, and if you speak to a professional racer, they'll be able to point that out. You know, the differences between both.
Final stretch. Who's gonna make it first? Close fight. Nico and Jose Altaveros, and Jose Altaveros and Nico David are advancing.
From the social media class. Miko is kind of laughing at something. I'm not sure what exactly it was. I think he may have gone and did an overturn a little bit, hitting a pylon. He was just in the middle of the track.
You hit a pylon on an actual track. That's the penalty. You have a plus seconds, I think. But I just noticed, Gino, yung view, how do you call this? The view ni Jose Altaveros is just like yours. So marks ba to ng mga pros?
Well, Ref had the same view as Miko David, so I guess not. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it's really just preference. I've actually even seen some people who drive, who play this game with the car literally in front of them. Personally, I find it a little difficult. It's just, I like having the hood in there. I don't know why. It's just a preference. Before, when I started out, I actually tried to do it in dash. So you could see the dashboard and everything. But I noticed that it kind of covers up a lot of the areas that you want to be able to see. But this looks to be like a really close race, Apple. You can see
turn.
Jose is already at the final turn with a time of 1:33 so far, with Miko David also there. I think Jose is going to take this one home. He's just a little bit ahead of Miko David. It's going to be a close one, that is for sure.
It's like the social media class.
Exactly. So Jose, I think, will finish with a time of 1:49. And yeah, that's right. Miko David, who takes runner-up with a time of 1:50. So it's about like a 0.500 millisecond difference. Kind of just like the social media up against.